One of the most common questions is which kind of shock absorber is better, if monotube or dual tube. So let's see which are the limits of one and the limits of the other shock absorber. This, as you know, is a twin tube shock absorber. I said that the inner cylinder must be full of oil, while the chamber around must be full of oil at least till the middle. It means that this shock absorber works properly if placed in a vertical position or a little bit inclinated. Then the oil, the level of the oil moves. As you can understand, it cannot work in an horizontal position because in this situation you would have a bubble of air or gas on the top and there would be gas going in and out from the bottom valve. So the fluid working through the bottom valve and the piston would be creating a foam. Of course, it cannot work in this position at all, because if working upside down, you would have here a bubble of air, and you would have air, air, and then oil and oil. So one limit of twin tube shock absorber is this. With monotube shock absorber, you don't have this problem because oil and gas are separated. So if you want, you can fit the shock absorber also in this position. And if you fit the rod on the suspension and the body on the frame, you reduce the weight of unsuspended masses. Okay? Moreover, since it can work in any kind of position, it can work also in an horizontal position. It means that you can move the shock absorber from the suspension to the frame using a push rod or a pull rod. In this case, you can even reduce the aerodynamic of the vehicle. And in Formula One or similar vehicles is a very important aspect. Moreover, a monotube shock absorber works with higher pressures in comparison with a dual tube shock absorber. Here, the pressure can be more or less 5-6 bars on a motorbike because very light, but the pressure in an automotive application could be 12 bars, 14, 16, 18 bars. In a racing, a shock absorber could be 20, 25, even 30. On Mercedes ML, we suggested 25 bars. So with so high values, it is possible to limit much more better the problem of foaming and cavitation, especially at high temperatures. So a monotube shock absorber is much more better than a twin tube shock absorber on races applications, because much more resistant to high temperatures, to cavitation, and can be fitted on the vehicle in any kind of position. But in automotive applications, is a little bit different. It's a little bit different because the ENG on an automotive application is not the best quality. It is also how much the shock absorber can last and the cost. And the monotube shock absorber has a weakness, that is the O-ring of the separator. This is the part that offers more problem on a monotube shock absorber. And as soon as the gas moves from the gas chamber to the oil, here appears the foaming, cavitation, and the shock absorber starts to be noisy. On dual tube shock absorber, this problem do not occur, so dual tube shock absorbers use it to last more than monotube. So maybe on automotive application, a twin tube shock absorber could be better than a monotube one. Thank you.